Hello, and welcome back to my series on APA PsychInfo for mental health professionals. In this video, we will go over advanced search options in APA PsychInfo, the APA thesaurus of psychological index terms and the controlled vocabulary in APA PsychInfo, the explode function inside of the thesaurus, and how to create resource lists inside of the database. In the last video, which covered the basic search function in APA PsychInfo, we saw what happens when you input a long search phrase into the basic search field with no filters or operators. A search results list of over 100,000 results is just unmanageable. We can see here in red that the database has noted that our initial search query did not yield any results. What we have here is actually the result of the smart text searching function trying to decipher what it is that we're trying to find. The reason for this is that the search terms that we're using up here in our search phrase might not be, probably aren't, the preferred terms for those search terms in this database. In order to standardize the cataloging of each of the articles and entries in this entire database, each one is coded with subject terms that tell the user what that article or item is about. In order to standardize this across the database, APA PsychInfo has decided which search terms will be used to represent each idea. It's important to be familiar with the thesaurus, which holds this vocabulary, in order to know which search language is going to give us the best results. We can access the thesaurus by clicking the link up top for APA Thesaurus of Psychological Index Terms. Here we can see two separate search fields. The one up top is the database search field. This is where you can input terms to search the database, just like that front page of the database that we saw when we began. The search field down below is where we can search our search terms. Our original search term of personality disorders in people with drug addiction might not be the right language, but we cannot search that entire term here in the search field. We need to break it down. We can break this search phrase down to two ideas: people with personality disorders and drug addiction. Let's start with personality disorders. I can type the term into the field, hit browse, and now we have some results. Our search term is here, personality disorders. It turns out is the correct term for that idea. If I click it, it'll show me a list of narrower terms and just one broader term. Since I am searching for articles on personality disorders, I would be interested in an article with any of these disorders listed. Instead of typing in every single personality disorder, there's a really cool function that'll do that for me. If I select Explode and then click Add, every single one of these narrower terms will be added to my search up here using the OR Boolean operator, which we learned in the previous video is a broadening function to indicate that we want articles with any of these or all of these listed in the subject terms. Our next term was drug addiction. If I search this, there is a term here, When selected, we can see that the scope note for this term doesn't exactly describe what I'm looking for. I'm interested in clinical disorders. So I can scroll down and see if substance use disorder might be more appropriate. Oh yes, this looks like what I'm looking for. These narrower terms might also be useful. So I can add this to my search. I will again choose to explode to indicate that I'd like to include all of these narrower search terms, but this time I will add it to my search using the AND operator to indicate that I am interested in articles that have any of these personality disorders and any of these terms for substance use disorder. When I add, it's getting pretty specific up here. We can see that all of our personality disorders are listed up here with the or in between, and this and marks the beginning of the addition of our second idea, the substance abuse. Now I can hit search and see what we get. Okay, already a far more manageable list than our 100,000 plus list from before. From here, we will apply 3 more important filters from our previous video. We want peer-reviewed articles. We want recent research. And we're also interested in seeing articles that are available in full text today. This list of 70 results is highly relevant and much more manageable to sift through. Now all we have to do is go through and find the ones that are best suited to our research needs. When we find the articles, APA PsychInfo provides a folder to keep research that you'd like to view later organized. Up top, you can see your folder. If you click this, you can access it and see what's in there. Quick click shows us that we haven't added any items there yet. This functions as a resource list organizer. So as you're going through your research and you are looking at the full text, maybe reviewing the metadata of each of your items, you'll find records that are more relevant than others, and you'll want to hold on to those. All you have to do is click the little blue folder icon and it'll be added to your folder. If I choose this one, let's say I choose this one, and now I choose this one, I can always access them by going up here and clicking on my folder icon, and everything that I selected to add to my folder can be viewable here. Thank you for stopping by.